Alright guys, so I'm rebuilding a friend's Lego collection. So as I rebuild the sets, I'm gonna talk about my review of each of them, what I think, especially since a lot of these sets I've never had before. And so I'm gonna start with the figures. And this is Lego set 9516, Jabbas Palace from 2012. This set retailed for $120 when it came out, which I think is ridiculous. And let's start looking at the figures. So first of all, we got Han Solo in his white Cloud City outfit before he gets frozen in carbonite. And then we got Princess Leia in her bounty hunter outfit. And it is notable to add, this is the only set this bounty hunter outfit has ever been in. And normal Chewbacca, which is still cool though, even though we all have like 100 of those. And then Gamorrean Guard, this is the first time they had redone the Gamorrean Guard since he had, I think the last set he had been in was like in 2007, Jabba's Sail Barge. So this was pretty cool to see him redone and with way better detail than those older Gamorrean Guards, I might add. Then Bib Fortuna, Awunga Awunga. This is the first set he had been in probably a decade. It had been years. And this is one of only 3 sets he's in. And then Jabba the Hutt, of course, because it's Jabba's Palace. And this is the first time they'd redone him in years. So this was really cool because this is way more detailed, in my opinion, than the older versions. And then we got Ule. This is the only set she's come in. And she, I think, retails for like $80 now. It's crazy. And then, of course, Salacious Crumb. And this is the only set Salacious Crumb has ever come in. And then this, I don't know how to pronounce it, Bulgarian monk or whatever, and it's a droid with like a monk's brain in it, because apparently this was a monastery at one point. Anyway, and once you see the figures, you can start to understand the price now. So now let's look at the set. All right, so we got the outside of the set. So I think this actually looks pretty cool on the outside, even though I do think it looks a little underwhelming if you compare it to like the price. And on the packaging, of course, on every Lego Star Wars set, always makes the set look cooler than it actually is. But this set is pretty cool. Something very notable, it has a flick missile on the front, which I think is very cool. I'm not a huge fan of flick missiles, but this one I think works pretty well, actually. You got a little thing back here to push it. You got the gate, which, you gotta push that back in, which goes up and down, and you can close it with this thing right here to stop it from closing. Oops, sorry. You got a little gun turret right here, and then you can open that to open it back up. And then, yeah, let's go to the inside now. All right, so now we got the inside of Jabba's Palace. First, I'm going to start with the tower. So you have this cool tower, has several levels and places to store guns and stuff. Then you have the door, and right here is the little droid that talks to R2-D2 and C-3PO. So if you go to the outside, actually, you can look at the droid, and it'll pop out and talk to R2-D2 and C-3PO. And then you can also take the roof off, and you have Jabba's throne, and there's a little lever back here you push, or thing you push, and Jabba's throne will move forward. And then you also have like a frog and a gun, some money right here, and then a little fire. Then you have that green stuff that Jabba eats. Got a little seating area, and then one of the coolest features with this set is the Han Solo and carbonite, but what I always thought was really cool about it when it came out was you can actually put Han Solo inside of the carbonite, but then you can take him out of the carbonite. So I always thought that was really cool to do. And then now I'm going to talk about the set in general. Oh, before I do that though, I also want to talk about this trapdoor that leads to the Rancor pit. So, alright, now that we have looked at the set and talked about all the characters, I'm going to first say whether I agree with the price or not. With this one, I did not agree with the price. I think $120 for this set is outrageous, but I can understand with the cool selection of figures, especially new figures at the time, that would be definitely bump the price up. This set is only 717 pieces, so I think this probably should have been no more than $100. I would even argue 80 or 90, but I can understand how the figures can bump that up. And then from a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm going to give this set like an 8, taking the price out of it, because I think that the set does look really cool, and it has a lot of fun play features. And so yeah, and then next I'm going to be talking about the Rancor pit in my next video that actually goes under this set. And like and subscribe.